All right, so I just been sitting back for a minute, and I've been listening to some interesting things. I've been listening to some interesting things. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to. I don't get. You know what? I really don't get it. I don't. But I think we're definitely coming to an understanding. I think we're definitely coming to an understanding. And I gotta have a conversation, man. I really believe there's an infinity that black people have in this space. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think black people have an affinity for trying to understand like sexual deviants and pedophiles and molesters and all kind of shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think really in this space, this is the space I literally stepped into a safe haven for Philly motherfuckers. I shit you not, bro. And it's crazy because how the blacks jumped on me, and I say like I'm just saying it. It blows my mind how the blacks jumped on me when I had the white dude on here who made the jokes. But now y'all want to hear out a motherfucker with a whole goddamn record. This is interesting. Let me make sure I put that shit out. This is interesting. This is what I said. Black people have no problem harboring or talking or discussing with goddamn Philly motherfuckers in these spaces, bro. I remember when I first got on a panel with Hardcore Tito, right? The first thing I told Tito was, why are you up on here? Why don't you go get your shit squared away? He said, I'm going to go do that. I can't go into detail, but I'm going to go do that. And you know what's crazy? Motherfuckers who always do that same shit always say the same thing. I'm going to get it changed. But yet they hang around they spend more time on YouTube because they don't want other because I'm gonna tell you right now, black people on YouTube are the most forgetful motherfucker ever was said. Y'all ran more smoke to me about white people. But when it's black people doing fuck shit to black people, there's no smoke, no steam. Yeah, you're right about that, brother. Speak. It's all about who they desire. I shit you not, bro. This is the chosen of chosen. If you want to do some fuck shit to black people, you just do it. If you want to do some fuck shit, do it to black people. Black people will try to understand fucking the worst of the worst and try to make sense of them. That's why I said niggas are the most forgiving entity on the fucking face of the earth. Hmm. There you go. I had to share that. I definitely want all the smoke. I want I want hell. I want fire, brimstone. I want to see shit burn. I want to watch shit burn. I find it very interesting how reasonably like motherfuckers want to play Gayle King and listen to do stories rather than do say, hey, this is my record, this is what happened, and this is what I'm going to go get shit squared away. It's not like that. This is why I say you cannot take this space serious, man. Y'all wonder why the women are the way they are and why the dudes are so sexually deviant the way they are, why the women are highly dysfunctional and the men have such bad outlooks, and it's crazy. This is crazy, man. Like, bruh, hang on. Let me call somebody because I gotta only deal with people outside of this space because I think a lot of people are ops. A lot of people are motherfucking ops now at this point. They gotta be ops because there's no way. There's no way. Like you have to start wondering. What is that of the contingency of this type of mindset? Hang on. Hold on, hang on. Let me hit up somebody because I just want to know. I just want to know. Hang on. I need to have legal counsel when I'm doing this shit, bro, because I don't want no YouTube people. YouTube people, I don't know, man. YouTube people be like trying to don't even know how to properly go about navigating through shit. You got to actually go get motherfuckers who actually know their shit. Because in the hindsight of things, this is why it's so easily to violate.
Speaking, how may I help you?
What's going on, gal?
Hey, what's up?
Listen, listen. I need you for this one. I got a question. Now listen.
What's going on?
So a 12-year-old did a sexual act to another child. And would they be put on a sexual registry?
It depends on what type of sexual act. It depends. I mean, we try to give children 12 and under.
That's
we try to, as a society, we try to give them some benefit of the doubt. So it's a case-by-case analysis because in the back of every adult person's mind is the ideology, is this some sort of pedophilia that the child is being forced into? Is he a victim?
Now, is it possible that some children know what they're doing?
Oh, yeah.
So it's possible some children know what they're doing.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen the video by now.
Yes.
Of the 3 young ladies that are bragging over the fact that the grandmother had a baby at 12, and then when she was 24, her 12-year-old daughter had a baby.
Right. I'm gonna send you. Like I said, like Nichelle. I don't know what it is about black folks, but black folks are the most understanding of philia like people. Maybe it's some shit since slavery or some shit, but I swear, motherfuckers will sit down like Gayle King and want to hear out all the R. Kelly stories of these men and women, but then cry about the woes of racism and all other type of shit, but like the in-house sweeping of the porch.
I mean, there is a lack of accountability. I mean, if you look at Hispanic communities, if you look at his Italian communities, hell, if you look at Haitian communities, there is a structural system of accountability. It starts with your family. and goes outwards. But you don't bring shame on a Haitian family. I mean, or they will cut ties to you so fast it's not even funny. Black people, maybe because in our minds, we still are suffering from this type of guilt over slavery because, we never could track down all our aunties and sisters and brothers, maybe even our kids. So we have this whole, like, Black people, we in this together.
Yeah, but we've been protecting. Listen, our family's been protecting a lot of these Philly motherfuckers in the ranks, man. Can we agree on that? We've been protecting a lot of the Philly motherfuckers.
Tyler Perry made a career off of telling the stories of people finally getting to confront people in their family about, child abuse when they were younger.
Now, I got this guy who's going online saying that if you check the sex registry, you're not going to see me as a sex offender. Now, I know that they don't holistically always, just like you just said, always put kids, minors, as sex offenders. They don't always do that. And actually, it was crazy. It happened in your backyard of Texas.
That doesn't surprise me. I don't know if you've heard of him yet, but there is a conservative who's Black who calls himself like the nigger Republican or something like that.
Damn.
He killed a man at 12.
He killed a man at 12?
Mm-hmm. When he was 12 years old, he killed a white man.
What you up to, girl? I'm going to send you a link, man. I'm holding this phone. We could have been done. We need to chop this shit up, man. But I got this paperwork I need to look at. It's about getting records expunged.
Okay. Cool. Send me the link.
Got you. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with none of y'all motherfuckers today. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all Gayle Kings of YouTube, y'all will try to absolve or want to hear out stories and want to try to figure out about motherfuckers and shit about they can't tell you the story, but somehow you're big and bold when you can pull a gun out on women and hit people with cars and shit. Talk about how y'all can go up and box people and shit and do all that other crazy nigga shit. But now when people asking about y'all stories, see, it was funny when BMT talked about my story. You got a whole motherfucker right here. Like I told you, man, Black people, they backslide too much. This is why you can't. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad holistically for nothing that, you know what, in this space. That's why I said this space and a lot of these Black spaces, especially here, are more understanding of sexual deviancy. But if it were to come from that of the white man, y'all want the smoke with them. Y'all want accountability. Y'all want that reparational money. But you don't want to hold that or what's amongst you feet to the fire. Now, I'm just going to go get an attorney. I'm just going to go grab an attorney. I'm going to go see if I can reach out to I'm going to go get some powerhouse people. See, I don't got time to be doing the other bullshit. I don't just go get powerhouse people. We're going to do this correctly. We got to do this. We're going to do this correctly. I just got to go grab people, man. I'm not. Because, see, y'all going to understand, man. A lot of this shit that's happening in-house now, motherfuckers ain't trying to clear up. They're not trying to fix that shit up. They're not. Let me see if I can call this person. I'm gonna try to call different people of different vices. Let me go get this squared away.
Please leave your message for 8.
Now, I already sent that. I already sent it out. Now, so what? Now let's go ahead and pull this up. I want to pull this up for y'all because we try to understand. Now, this paper right here, juvenile. What's going on, Dr. A?
Hey, Joe, how are you? Happy Labor Day weekend.
Happy Labor Day weekend to you, dear. Listen, what you doing?
Tell me what's up.
I need to know because you've done seen your fair share, and I know how serious you take this, right?
Right.
As a doctor, how foreign is it for young adolescents to be touching or doing or sexually assaulting other adolescents? Have you ever heard of things like that happening?
It's very common right now. It's very common. First of all, adolescents are the main vehicle recruiting other adolescents into sex trafficking. So literally, they're not just assaulting them, allowing them to be raped, sexually assaulted, physically assaulted, verbally assaulted, but kidnapped, sometimes murdered. You know,
but they'll say that they don't. But hold on. But Dr. A, now you've been working in the medical field, dealing with women for years. You have a professional practice. Clearly, some of these children, these minors, don't know what they're doing. These minors, they can't know what they're doing.
Agreed.
Or do some of them know what they're doing? Let me know.
No. I agree with the first statement.
Mm-hmm.
They're largely uninformed of the full consequences and the full fallout of their decisions. They're incapable. Until your brain is fully developed at 25 years old, your judgment scientifically is impaired compared to an adult.
Now, the thing about it is, how often do these children get reported? Because we already know a lot of stuff that happens, especially amongst Black families, get kept in-house. How often does this stuff get reported?
The children that are preyed upon are quote unquote invisible children. Now, I'm getting ready to go in for a shift. So what time do you want to be able to talk about these issues?
Man, whenever you're ready, gal, because I'm definitely...
let's be more specific. I am working daily. Today is being Saturday. So tonight, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. I'm available Wednesday night. Is Wednesday night good for you?
Okay, Wednesday night, yeah.
Okay, so pencil me in.
Okay.
And Wednesday, are you working that day or are you off?
I'm off.
Okay, so Wednesday, what's a good time for you to call me? I'll be on the East Coast in D.C.
Okay, you want to do it? You want to do it at 7?
Yeah, that works. That's perfect.
Okay, got you. I got you.
All right, talk to you Wednesday, Joe.
Talk to you Wednesday.
About this.
All right, got you.
Okay,
Later. Now, that was Dr. A. And yeah, that's true. Very rarely do kids, they're not going to say anything. They're going to see it as not as that. I'm trying to figure out where Michelle is at. But I'm finding it interesting. And yeah, you're right about that. The paperwork reigns supreme. You're right about that, Grandmaster Troll. The paperwork does reign supreme. Like I said, we make too many excuses for these motherfuckers, man. We be trying to be understanding. In some places, motherfuckers don't be getting these type of chances. You just take them out there and just put them down the pasture. You just break their fucking arms. Now, the adults wanted to keep their association intact. The people harmed was a part of their peer group. And then the thing about it, and thank you for that, brother. I shit you not, man. This is why we're seeing that the dilapidated dysfunction that we're seeing now. This is why you're seeing all this sexual deviancy. This is why you see all these motherfuckers talking about always rampantly running after trying to get pussy every fucking time. But then they be acting so clueless and shit. Then they be trying to act like, well, you can't find it on my record or some shit. Like it ain't out there. No, motherfucker. Like you're not fooling us. Like I know some people. Listen, it's no secret. Black people are the least informed about knowing the laws. Least informed. Don't know jack shit. Don't understand. I know it's easy to say some bravado of shit, man. It is. What's up, Kevin? But we're not going to pretend. It's one thing if you just admit to say you did it, it's all cool. But it's another thing when you try to sweep it under the rug and we supposed to be cool. Now I know maybe so. Some people gonna tell me, well, BMT, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be understanding. You more worried about what motherfuckers saying on YouTube. Motherfucker, that'll make, and see, that's how you know motherfuckers aren't serious about this shit. I can give a damn about what motherfuckers on YouTube think. But if my shit of my personal record in my life has shit like that on it, bruh, I'm getting that shit fucking fixed. I'm not hanging around motherfuckers on YouTube, bruh. I'm getting my shit fixed. Now, you gotta understand, the family court is a whole different entity. Hang on, let me call a school teacher. I'm gonna call a school teacher for y'all. But see, I like to call professionals that actually deal with children. I like calling professionals. I don't want to call just any. I call professionals. I want to call professionals about this shit because y'all gotta understand, man. A lot of this shit right here, man. You gotta get the professionals that actually deal with this. Hey, are you busy right now? Okay, let me ask you a question now. And I'm just you've been a teacher for a while, right? Yeah. Okay, I got a question. How do y'all handle as a school teacher? And what grades have you taught? CD, pre-K, kindergarten. Okay. How do y'all handle sexual abuse? Is that something like if a child was sexually assaulting another child, how would y'all handle that? It's usually just reported, and then usually CPS just gets involved. So that's between CPS. Yeah, it's usually CPS that gets involved, and they start taking a look at the family as a whole because there's something going on deeper.
as to why that's happening in the household.
Now, would the minor be put on a sex a sex registry list?
No, not that I know of.
So they don't put like kids under like in grade school on those sex registry lists like that.
No. If anything, they get taken out of the home, placed somewhere with other family members, or placed in foster care if it's that bad. If they do something where they do like an investigation and find out something else is going on, do counseling, but they're not be placed on a registry. No. I mean, anybody can go look on a registry right now. You're not going to find anybody that is underage.
So you're now going to find an underage child on a sex registry.
No, you can go look that up.
But what if they say, well, you're not going to see me on the sex registry?
I'm sorry, what happened?
What if the guy's a grown man now? He's saying you're not going to see me on the sex registry. Is he lying?
I mean, no. It depends on when it happened.
But still, there will be some documentation of what that person did, correct?
Yeah, there's documentation, but it may not show up on that.
Okay. That's all I needed. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I told y'all. Listen, bro. Y'all got to ask the right questions, man. I get it. But listen, man. People don't understand paperwork on how shit works. I'm telling you the truth, but I'm not telling you a lie. But I am telling a lie. Saying I'm not on the sex registry. Of course you're not going to be on the sex registry. I can call teachers. I can call lawyers. I can call a doctor. I can call different professions. They're going to all say the same thing. Child services would get involved. Motherfucker saying, well, I'm not a sex offender. Of course you're not going to be on the shit, motherfucker. But it is documented. But I shit you not, there seems to be this empathetic lifestyle of Big Mama trying to understand these motherfuckers. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, man. And y'all be wondering why we so fucked up in the game. Actually, I don't even like playing these fucking games. Now, if you somebody who did the shit, motherfucker, just say you did it, bro. We can't stone you. We can't kill you. We ain't got, listen. But don't lie and think motherfuckers are stupid, not knowing the fuck shit you did. That's why whenever y'all be pulling these people up on panels and asking them shit, that's what I get upset about. Like, okay, now you just being blatantly disrespectful. You're right. You're right about that, Kevin Kelly. It is beyond crazy. I would have, the samurai have a thing with you would rather protect your honor. At some point, it's better to protect your honor. At least have some class and say it is for what it is. But saying I don't want to talk about it or the story's more complicated, you ain't gonna see me on no sex. Of course we're not, motherfucker. Y'all gotta understand, man. A lot of these things that be happening, bro. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
You know, I just had a conversation with you got to mute up the other thing.
Michelle.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I had a conversation with Dr. A.
Dr. A.
And what is Dr. A
And
profession?
what is Dr. A profession?
OB, GYN, obstetrician.
So she deals
She's a
with
doctor that delivers babies and performs surgery and all that other good stuff.
and I talk with a school teacher. I believe those are pretty much people that deal in this type of field of this situation would happen, correct?
Yes.
A teacher. Well, only people we ever called the CPS. If a situation like this would have happened, who gets involved? With the 12-year-old and the 6-year-old?
I mean, you're going to have to really bring in a psychiatrist, children's psychologist. You are going to bring in doctors to make sure that there's not been any permanent damage, physical permanent damage. So you're going to have to bring in a whole team of professionals. I mean, the girl was 6 and the little boy was 12.
We don't know if it's a little girl or boy.
Okay.
The person, they don't want to tell us.
Well, it goes on a lot more than we would like to admit in the Black community. I know a mother who gave up her sons to the father because she came home and found the older son having anal sex with his younger brother.
Jesus.
I mean, kids are curious. So sometimes are they emulating behavior that they've seen adults do in front of them? Or are they repeating something that has been done to them? That's the hard part of the scenario.
You know, Michelle, me and you have covered a lot of stuff. Haven't we? About almost 2 years?
About 2 years, yeah.
3?
2 or 3. Watch their hair grow along the years.
I don't know why. But family trauma cases are the hardest one for me to do. What about you?
I'm very blessed in the sense that my mother was very protective, and I was just born a bitch from the very beginning. So I played rough, whereas a lot of children were taught, to be seen and not heard. I was the kind of kid that by 3 years old, I was already, trying my hand at being a little mini preacher. I had opinions and I wanted to be heard. So my interactions with adults, I was not afraid of adults. They were just people that were taller than me. And I think that that's part of the problem in the Black community is we still have a lot of, that's grown folks' business. That's grown folks. So certain things that kids should say to adults, they were told not to talk about those kind of things, even if it was happening to them.
Now, The person.
The person.
Hang on, just meet up real quick.
Dude.
The person. We done put up their prior record: assault, hitting a woman with a car, burglary, spending 11 months in jail, a whole assortment of shit. But this also came up, but they're not down at a sexual sex registry. But the information about them is out there. Should we be watchful of this person, even though that they did it at 12 years old, or this is that much of a big deal? You got to unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Now, here I am. I don't know why I have an echo when you talk. But anyway, I don't have anything in the background. Shut that down. But the problem is with our society, and we start grooming kids a lot earlier than they need to be groomed. I mean, look at these, little tween pageants, Honey Boo Boo type bullshit where you have, 3, 4, 5-year-olds in full grown makeup. The little Ramsey girl, the little white girl. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe they were doing that to her. We got babies twerking. We are sexualizing our children at far too young an age. And now with the whole notion of single mothers, it's not a new phenomenon, people. Please stop. Please stop acting like grandma only had one man in her whole entire godly life. That woman had a lot of men. She might have called him, this is my friend, Mr. Jones, but grandmas were not celibate. And part of the problem I see and have seen back in the day, a lot of our Black men were molested by the so-called men of the church that were supposed to be making a man out of them.
Shit.
I mean, we hear about all of this pedophilia in the Catholic Church, acting like it didn't happen in the Black church. Look at Aretha Franklin. She was 12 when her child was born. I mean, when are we gonna sit down and acknowledge the fact that Aretha Franklin was 12 years old when she had a baby?
But she was a good gospel singer,
though.
And more than likely, considering how Ray Charles said her father was a bigger freak than him, somebody in the church, if not him. But you have a preacher, a prominent preacher whose child comes up pregnant at 12, and it's just like brushed up under the carpet. So it became normalized. Like, Black women, we just fast like that. We get right before other women do. So we right for the picking. Now Black men are beginning to tell their stories of how they went on a church trip and they were molested. And it's like, well, it's okay for men to talk about their sexual encounters, if it was a little girl. I mean, I've heard young men sit up there and say that their brothers were teaching them how to have sex when they were 9, 10, 11, and 12.
I'm afraid to let my children spend the night at their family's house, at the family's house. And I know a lot of y'all think that's fucked up, but too much shit be happening, y'all. Too much shit. We start to hear these horror stories on people spending the night out and shit happening. Somebody getting touched. Somebody getting a lot of y'all mamas or aunties or somebody probably had a baby and was sent up north or down south or some shit. You wonder why they have such a vitriol of wanting to flush babies down the toilet, because they're like, well, shit. Y'all wonder why a lot of these boys are highly sexual deviants and shit, always online talking about fucking. They always gotta be touching their goddamn junks and shit, or always talking about getting old poom poom, because they goddamn was getting touched also. I ain't lying about the shit. Me and the show, no, me and the show have debates every other week about this type of shit.
I mean, I think one of the reasons why you see this male-female dynamic going on in the Black community is because of trauma, unresolved traumas people have suffered from their childhood. Now, when I sit up there and listen to some men talk, I believe that they're coming from a very weird space, in the sense that they spent their childhood, and I don't care if y'all get mad at me, because y'all know it happened to some of y'all, that whether it was your daddy or your mama's boyfriend, the first time you heard your mama getting fucked scared the shit out of you. It scared the shit out of you. And we don't want to admit that. It's like, no, my mama didn't do that shit. Motherfucker, your mama, you sitting up there talking about women ain't shit. Hold up. What about your mama? What about your mama? Your mama is a woman. Your sister is a mama. Your sister is a woman. Your aunt's a woman. Why are Black men, especially, out there talking about women ain't shit? I need somebody who's gonna be paying half. That's the least you can do. It's like,
I think somebody do this.
No offense. It's like these men, a lot of these men are like, they have such a relationship with their mothers. It's like their mothers try to act like that's their little boyfriend. Yeah, that's my little man.
Their mama groomed them. Their mama or their grandma groomed them.
Mm-hmm.
And every other broad, the enemy or op.
Mm-hmm. So imagine if your mama, my mama was my T-John. My mama did the cooking. My mama did the cleaning. Your mama did. You were the man in that house in every respect, except you didn't get to fuck your mama. Like the other men that were coming in and out of that house that were not. Oh, I'm just going to break it down. Oedipus complex. It's called an Oedipus complex. The first woman that any little boy loves is his mama. If you see your mama mistreated, how dare you grow up to treat that bitch better than I was treated? I've heard a mother tell her son, I'm your mama. I'm going to be there after that bitch is gone. It's like, they've been married 15 years. How can you say that shit? But one of the problems we have in the Black community, whether the woman is single or not. Hold on. Speaking of Dr. A, I'll call it. Whether the woman is married or not. I had to correct a young man. He said that's why most of you Black women gonna die alone anyway. Mm-hmm. I said, you know something? Grandma always outlived grandpa. Black women go into it knowing we probably gonna outlive your ass. So putting all that blood, sweat, and tears into telling Black women you're gonna die alone. Okay. I got my kids, grandkids. You know, that's probably, better than.
I want to know, why isn't this sexual deviancy? Why is this always being skipped over? Or it's like sweep it under the rug, give it to Jesus type of shit. Like this dude.
Buck breaking is why. Again, we got some serious issues from slavery that we have not gotten over yet.
Yeah,
one of the worst things. But one of the worst, you got to deal with it. I mean, we all went to Black churches where the choir director had more sugar in his tank than the law should have allowed.
Yeah, we knew that nigga was
We
gay.
knew that nigga was gay.
Okay. It was just, okay, he gay. Our entertainers. We didn't sit up there and listen to Cat Williams tell people over and over again. The casting couch is real in Hollywood. It goes both ways. There's a reason why Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, all of them can play women so well.
Damn. I'm just saying, man. Like
man. Like
this nigga.
listen, bro.
This nigga.
We
Rudell-
don't.
This nigga Rudell.
We don't like talking about the bad aspects of sex. We don't like talking about how many men and women are raped. It's just I took some.
But see, hold up now. If the person is a
victim,
they would have came out about it. What's going on, overall?
What's going on, Robbie?
Shout out to you, bro.
Bro.
If the person now we live in a victim climate.
Climate.
Fair enough. We live in a victim
climate.
If a motherfucker is violated, they're going to get that. Now, I'm gonna be fair. Women and sexual sus men, Nichelle, back out and then come right back. Back out and come right back, okay? Okay, back out and come right back. Okay. If women and homosexual men get more of a validated echo chamber than heterosexual men when they talk about being sexually abused and touched, especially amongst their peers. Black men talking about being sexually abused, you're not going to get much of a goddamn leniency of people giving a fuck. And it's sad that it's like that, because then them same dudes are like, ain't nobody want to give a fuck about me. Well, fuck y'all. I'm gonna take that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I understand the women, they got their platform. The homosexual men, they got their platform. Heterosexual men, now you just shit up. You on your own. I'm trying to let y'all know, man. And I'm gonna be honest, man. This nigga Rudell, I'm gonna let you know. You get no sympathy from me. But I remember when I talked about my shit, my nigga, you had a lot. It was very funny when I was talking about when I was sexually abused. I remember I had a conversation talking about how I was sexually abused. Black men normally don't like talking openly to people about being abused. But then now all of a sudden, you're telling me that we finding out that there's a record about this man Rudell as a 12-year-old having some type of inappropriate sexual contact with a 6-year-old. And you don't want to talk about your shit, my nigga? And it gets me because black folks want to hear what the fuck you got to say. It's almost like there's a bunch of Gayle Kings in this motherfucker that want to hear about, well, how did you become a predator? What happened? What took place? What was it like? Did somebody touch you? Now, I'm going to be for real. Now, there's a website. Let me see. What's that website called? The website, right? And I want the website now. There's a website and that they have, Nichelle. Right? Hear me out with this. It's called Kids Lives Safe. Have you ever heard of that website?
No.
Kids Lives Safe. Let me Now, his life safe is supposed to be a website for. There you go. Here we go. This is this shit right here. Okay.
And what the
This
hell
is,
are they doing on this website?
so hang on. Let me show you. Let me show you there. There's supposed to be a website called Kids Live Safe. Supposed to be a website to know about any sexual deviant people. Now, are these websites fake or are they legit? Like they talk about where pedophiles or affiliate people are at in your area. Can you by accident end up on these websites or no?
Yes, you can wound up on the website. I haven't seen that particular website, but every local area, has a list of registered pedophiles, and you can find them out. Even when when you're looking to buy. One young man, he wound up on the website because he was 18 years old with his 15-year-old girlfriend. The Romeo
Okay,
and
but he's
Juliet
18.
law. Yeah.
Well, hold on now. That's
But
Romeo and Juliet. Right.
what? I'm not finished yet. He wound up on that registry because when he was 18 years old, his 15-year-old girlfriend turned him in for statutory rape. She was 15. It was more than 2 years, and he was having sex with her at 15. The problem was she was now 27, and they had been married since the time she turned 18. So there are instances in which people are erroneously put on there. People often have similar names.
Wait, hold on.
They have.
Wait, let me get this straight. So the girl the girl who was having sex with her 18-year-old boyfriend turned him in for statutory.
Her parents did. In all fairness to her. Mm-hmm.
But they still ended up getting married.
Yes.
Then it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake because the parents didn't want them to be together. Now, if he still chose to be with her, that's his dumbass fault. I can't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I had the neighbors. The neighbors had like pitchforks and ready to, oh my God, we have a registered sex offender in our neighborhood. Well, sometimes they are registered sex offenders, but not in the sense that they molested children, so to speak.
Now, does every sex offender get put into a registry? Like, are all sexual registries the same?
No, they're not, because you can always plead down to a lesser offense. So yes, there are a lot of rapists out there that may have pled guilty to assault.
So somebody that is 12 years old that has a sexual relationship with a 6-year-old, that there's a chance that they might not get put into the registry.
Oh, that's a juvenile. Juvenile records are usually sealed. So yes, like I was telling you, if y'all have heard of Charleston White, White is become an internet sensation. Charleston White did kill a man at 12 years old. He did. I can verify that. It is not in the system because he was 12 years old when it happened.
Now, this thing about this man, right? Now, I have this paperwork right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. There we go. I have this paperwork right here. Let's go and grab this. Let's grab this right here. Now, this right here is the juvenile sex offender registration, necessary information, or high-tech scarlet letter. I'm sure that you can contact the attorney Kevin L., attorney at law. If you want to know anything, this is in San Antonio, Texas. Y'all want to get in touch with them. A sole practitioner, Texas, former Baxter prosecutor, is board certified. They let you know all that stuff, as they should. That's why whenever Michelle comes on, she lets you know, listen, I am an attorney. I'm not telling y'all no bullshit. I love it because she's always bringing up cases. Michelle is infamous for doing that. She'll bring up a case because that's how laws work. They go off of cases. They'll go off of a case that had already prior happened, correct? And they will say, this is what happened. Now, when it comes to this, you have it whereas to, and I'm going to read it. Let me know if I sound off. It says, if the courts grant the motion, the clerk of the court shall be certified mail return recipient requested, send a copy of the order department to each local law enforcement authority that the person has proved to the juvenile court his registration information, and the person and to each public and private agency or organization that the person has proved to the juvenile court has information about the person that is currently available to the public with or without payment of a fee. The clerk of the court shall be certified mail, return recipient requested, send a copy, etc., etc. Now, if y'all want to know about Q, this is just like Nichelle said, every system is not the same. Is that fair enough to say, Nichelle? Every system is not the same.
No, it's not.
So what might happen in Harris County may not be the same in another county in Texas. The laws are weird like that. I didn't make the rules. Michelle didn't make the rules. I thought she was weird when she was talking on another case about shit happens. Texas is a big state. Each public-private agency, listen, each public or private agency or organization that the court determines may be in possession of a sex offender registration information pertaining to the person required to register under this chapter. Now, you said that shit gets sealed at the request of the person required to register under this chapter at public or private agency organization that the time following this initial dissemination of the order under subdivision gains possession of sex offender registration information pertaining to that person, the agency organization did not otherwise receive a copy order under subdivision. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now, because I'm going to say this. I know some people probably not keeping up. Most people I know who have done some type of sexual shit when they was in school, middle school, or high school, their parents or family just moved them out of that state. They just moved them, relocated them. You get in trouble at one school, take it to another school. In West California, where I was born and raised, we all think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, not saying he was a sexual problem or a sexual deviant, but problem children get moved all the time. Send them to grandma's house. Send them to Auntie Nichelle. Send them to Uncle BMT. You remove the person and you put them in another area where nobody knows who they are. After so long, guess what? Their record gets expunged.
Or at least sealed.
Oh, excuse me, sealed. If I'm wrong when I'm saying the show, please correct us. We want to learn. We want to be educated. Now, if it's sealed, can it be reopened or no?
Okay, the difference.
Damn, she's gone. I told y'all listen, I'm good at what I do, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. People, they don't tell you everything. They don't tell you everything. Now, some of y'all women, y'all can be cool with this motherfucker if you want. That's your prior business. But I'm going to say this. I don't want to hear shit about men are abusive if you choose to hang with a motherfucker that has this type of shit on them. I don't want to hear shit about black men and accountability. You're choosing to hang around a crocodile with their mouth open. You can't tell me you're worried about black men and abuse if you want to hang around somebody who has a record like that. I'm sorry, there's nothing y'all gonna be able to tell me. That's like me knowing that I'm hanging with a woman that has no problem. I put my 2 baby daddies on child support. Joe, BMT, I want you to nut up in me. She already told me what she done to the last 2 motherfuckers. I don't know why I think I'm any different.
I mean, Joe, I told you my older cousin, moved to Atlanta from the San Francisco Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to Atlanta and started a website called On the Hookup. It was called The Hookup. No longer, I had to go tell my aunt, that motherfucker made $1 million off a website targeting gay black men and gay brown skinned men, whatever they were. But it was the hookup because Atlanta was notoriously known for men that were not out of the closet yet. And so it provided a forum for men, traveling salesmen, men who just get bored on the weekend. You go through the website and there were no faces on the website. You pick the person you wanted to hook up with based on their genitalia. So if there's a whole website where men want to creep out and just have an anonymous sex, and that's geared toward the black community, there are a lot of down low brothers out there. Don't tell me all these brothers sitting up there talking about, I went to jail when I was 18. It was no big deal. I was only in there for 5 years. Because I sat down with 2 gentlemen back in the 90s when you had 3 strikes, you're out rule, that had already gone to jail twice before the age of 25. Petty offenses, 2 years here, 3 there, that kind of thing. But it's like, I'm not naive in a lot of respects, but, and I'll ask a dumb question just because I can, but I'm like, what will it take? What will it take to keep you out of jail? I mean, what do you enjoy in the outside world that you can't get in jail? And I'm like, clothes, look how you guys dress. We can dress well in jail. It's all about how you, carry your clothes. I'm like, food. You can get good food in jail. And I go, sex. And they go, you get sex in jail. And I'm like, you mean they bring in prostitutes? He's like, no. His little brother was there. He's like, yo, homie, it's grown folks conversation for a minute. He's like, I ain't gay or nothing like that, but a nut is a nut. You can get a nut in jail. And I'm like, really? I'm like, so did you get you were the giver? He's like, when you first get to jail, I'm like 18. You can't fight off all those niggas. It's just about the way you take it. You know what I'm saying? And they patting their chest like they proud of the fact that they didn't wimp up when they got a train ran on them when they first got to jail.
Damn. Wow.
And you're just like, well, I'm a girl. I just can't imagine, what it would take for a woman to force her pussy on my face. It just ain't gonna happen. But we have a culture where we kind of glorify going to jail like it wasn't nothing. But 5 years with sex.
I don't know why we celebrate the jail niggas. I don't know why we celebrate the jail niggas in this culture, but we really need to stop. Like, I don't know why niggas take that as a bragging right, especially on fucking YouTube, that they've been to jail. Like, that's some kind of like honorary. Niggas brag about going to jail like they've been to college or some shit. I shit you not. They brag about that shit. And what's up, Faith? They brag about that shit like I did like 11 months or 2-year bid. And, you know, fuck you mean? I'm a violent offender. What the fuck? Nigga, that's not what you want to brag about. Why you telling me like I'm supposed to be proud of you or some shit? Some of y'all sound goofy as fuck when y'all be talking that shit. Yeah, I robbed a store and some shit or did this and that. That's not something honorable to talk about. I scam people. I did this. I did that. I got a whole record. Nigga, I don't know where the fuck y'all learn that shit at, that's cool. Or only God can judge me shit. No, motherfucker, I'm judging you. Fuck that. I'm them.
Exactly. You have to judge. You have to judge.
What's going on, Fade? What's up, sis? I know you hear all the crazy shit that's been going on. I had to talk about it because I'm not trying
well,
to.
you know, I not only have I heard it, but you know, now I'm in the middle of it. So I did an interview with Rudemp last night, you know, and the stream, you know, went in a direction that I did not expect it. I did not expect him to kind of confess, you know, that, you know, the information about the rape charge was accurate on his record. He still says he didn't do it. He says somebody else did it. We all know that by now. But now, since I'm calling out the women that were windmilling for him, so now I'm being dragged because I'm calling out the women who were windmilling for him.
Now, let me ask this question. Okay.
What does windmilling mean? I told y'all I'm slow. What does that mean?
They're basically, yeah, they're basically taking up for Rude.
They're defending a sex offender.
Yeah, they're defending him. Yeah.
I mean, you know, our black women, I mean, sometimes I just want to pimp slap them. You know, just good.
Y'all need to be too loyal on the show. Y'all need to stop defending, not saying y'all, but a lot of this goddamn motherfuckers will defend criminals and sex offenders and killers. Like, I don't know why black people, y'all need to stop doing that shit, man. Niggas, why y'all?
How else he gonna do what he gotta do if he don't do what he gotta do? Come on now. Get with the program.
Well, how else is he going to do what he got to do if he don't have people that's going to help him hide the bodies? And see, this is the problem with the black community. And then if you are the one that calls it out, like I was listening to Rue's last stream, I did, you know, him a favor because he put that information out there on my channel. But I went and I put the stuff on channel membership just so he can get, you know, whatever he had to get off his chest on his own channel, because I knew he was going to go to his own channel and, you know, try to make his stand on it. So I gave him that. I let him do it. And so I didn't take my stuff off channel membership until this morning. So in my commentary, I called out Bum Cherry. I called out China White for what exactly the fuck they was doing. And that was defending him even before this whole new information came out. And I'm kind of skeptical on that new information. They're defending this guy. And he allegedly touched a 6-year-old. And I have a problem with that. This is something that women in the community are always doing, but they don't want nobody to say anything. So now I'm supposed to shut up and be quiet because I had a domestic violence dispute with my daughter. So now they want to bring that back to the forefront, something that I admitted to doing, went to counseling for, and me and my daughter have worked it out since then. I was not sitting up here like a certain other person saying I didn't do it and trying to make excuses for it. I went and I did what I had to do.
Have you heard the term aiding? Hold on, I'm going to give my little spin on this. Have you heard of the term aiding and abetting? Aiding and abetting people. Okay, so I forget. I'm going to say the little nigga's name wrong all the time, but TK, or whatnot. I remember my kids. Well, okay. TK was a rapper that, if you don't know the story, TK was a rapper that when he was about 16 years old, him and his friends decided that they were going to rob a local drug dealer. Well, lo and behold, the drug dealer's friend was armed and, you know, got killed. So DK was charged with murder. And I remember the kids were like, but mama, he wasn't the one that pulled the trigger. Okay. Black community, understand, aiding. If you are part of the act before or after, if you are one of the ones that are planning it, that's a conspiracy, you're aiding it. If you are there when it happens, you are aiding. You're an accessory. If you help cover up this shit, you help deflect, windmill as you call it. That is aiding after the fact. You are still an accessory after the fact. So when you see somebody do some criminal ass shit, don't be trying to, well, you can always tell you at my house, or I heard that that she wanted it. I mean, she was like willing. People under the age of 16 cannot consent. They can't. Before the age of 12, it's called lewd and lascivious conduct. They cannot even want to consent. So all these people that are running around here with this whole, yeah, she got her life together. Who cares if she had a baby at 12? Look how good her hair look now. Oh, I think grandma looked better. That fat bitch looked like she's about 8 months pregnant. Out there praying for the whole world to see that she raised her granddaughter like it was her daughter's sister. She understood because she was 12 when she got pregnant. That don't mean shit. No, they need to take that shit down. Everybody should be sitting up there wondering, where are the men that raped these 12-year-old girls? That's how sick the internet has become.
Well, here's the thing. They're saying that because he was a child himself, that it was no big deal because this is what.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And first of all, I'm not gonna say alleged. Nah, the motherfucker did it. You know why? But it's on the fucking paperwork. It's on the document. It's been documented down by society and by the state of Texas that the motherfucker did it. He touched another underage child. So I'm not gonna give you no alleged, bitch. If you say you alleged, then you need to allegedly go get this shit handled. It ain't no alleged. I hate y'all motherfuckers that be thinking it possibly happened. That's like saying, well, allegedly R. Kelly touched them girls. Even though we done did the court case, he possibly did it. We don't know. He possibly shot somebody. I mean, we done finished the case, but he possibly, no, it is what it is. Your family should have fought harder, bitch. You did it. It is what it is. You are a
And here's the thing, like when I was listening to Rudemp's live stream, on the one hand, I heard him say that his mother didn't know until he was like 20 or 21 that he even had this on his rap sheet. But then I go back and listen to it. I kid you not, like within the next minute or so, he changes the story and says that his parents, his mother, his father, his grandparents were in the courtroom. So I'm like, wait a minute. Which one is it? Did she not know, or was she in the courtroom when you were, being sentenced? Like, it's confusing.
I can explain it to you. I can explain to it. See, my mama thought that since it happened when I was a kid, that it wasn't going to be on my record as an adult. That's what my mama thought. She thought that. So, yeah, my mama didn't know it was still out there until like I was grown and it came up. Because I had a client do that same dumb shit to me. He's sitting up there going, Miss Nichelle, how they find out that I pled guilty? How they find out? They did a criminal background check, motherfucker. But I didn't think it was going to be on there because they said they were going to dismiss the case. They dismissed one charge in exchange for you pleading guilty for the other charge. But no, you knew that shit was out there. You knew you had two cases. You knew that shit. You trying to act like you knew.
Exactly. That's the thing about it, man. Like, here's the thing about it. Let me help, and I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Let's say I was a kid, right? And I told y'all, when I was a kid, I stole something out of Walmart, right? Stupid. I got arrested. Now, of course, we already know when you get old enough, guess what? What can you always do? You can go back into the store. You're a grown dog. I mean, I've been done with going back in there. I just went in there with an adult. After a while, they really don't care who goes in there. But regardless of that, if somebody would dig deep enough, and it is possible, it depends on how much money you want to pay, and it depends on the program. But all programs for looking up prior history are not the same. Can we, ladies, we can agree on that, right? They're not the same. That's why I pulled up that paperwork. Okay, so depending on the PI or the investigator, like you had, where some people start telling your whole prior rap sheet, even down to when you was a kid. Man, the judge started reading. You know what, Mrs. Faith? You know, as a goddamn, you've been in trouble with the law since you was a child. Y'all ever seen those stories where they start reading out the whole person's rap sheet since they was like the first time they got?
But that's why they call it a rap sheet. Now they want to sit up here and bring up the incident when my daughter moved in with me during COVID and we got into an altercation and I ended up going to jail. And bitch, I don't have a rap sheet. That's the first thing I ever did in my entire life that ever went on my record.
So y'all gotta understand. Here's the thing about it. I would at least try to say alleged. If there wasn't a final gavel slam down. That literally is an open case. Michelle's still right there battling, trying to prove whether you innocent or guilty. I could say allegedly then. But once they already done signed it, once they already done stamped it, once they done already put it in your goddamn thing, once we done already seen more goddamn prior history. So if you so-called this innocent of a person, why am I seeing you in different offenses with women? Why am I seeing you pull guns out on women, hit women with cars, get into trouble?
Wait. Who hit a woman with a car and pulled a gun out on a woman?
Oh, you didn't know Rudem did that?
Wait a minute, he did that shit too? Man, you know what? These motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. They can't say shit to me about a motherfucking thing.
Faith, hold on now. Hold on. Now, Michelle, this is why me and Michelle do what we do. Now, Michelle, what would you call that? That would be a pattern, would it not?
Yeah.
That would be a pattern. That's a pattern, right, Faith? Because when you start pulling up a repetition of a certain type of behavior.
Well, I heard about the burglaries, but wait a minute. This shit is actually on the rap sheet too?
Harris County Court.
These motherfuckers can't say shit to me.
Harris County Court.
They need to shut the fuck up talking to me right now.
Harris County Court. See, the thing about it is, again, like we told you, all programs ain't the same. And it depends on what county you're looking at. If you got a good lawyer team and what they can try to seal away.
And see, BMT, what pisses me off is
play games with me.
I hold black men and I hold black women accountable. But every time I hold black women accountable, these bitches, they don't just be coming for the neck. They be coming for the fucking jugular. They be coming to goddamn wipe you out of fucking existence. You cannot hold black women accountable for some motherfucking reason. If you tell them their shit stinks, you need to not be sitting up here windmilling for niggas that got this type of record on them. You need to be asking questions instead of windmilling. They turn around and they fucking go after your jugular. And these are bitches that claim that they love other women, though.
No. You know, you can't, you know how you say, you know you're doing something right when you piss somebody off. Okay, the only person on this earth that was purely perfect was Jesus. And people hated on him. So you can't let that shit bother you. Because obviously these girls or women.
Oh, you said it right, women, girls.
Mm-hmm, they got some shit going on in their mental stream because it's kind of like, well, it happened. Probably they were molested when they were younger, and nobody spoke up for them when they were molested. So in their mind, they have this cognitive dissonance, like, well, what he did wasn't wrong. It wasn't no worse than what happened to me. And that shit just happened. They were probably playing house, and and people be lying on our black men. They be lying on our black men. And you put them in the system, and the system corrupt. So probably all thing he was doing was he probably just touched her, and he wasn't touching her. It wasn't like he penetrated her. That is what's going through their minds.
But that's what they're saying. It's so funny that you're saying that. Did you hear the live stream? Because that's exactly what they were saying.
No, but I kind of got this mental thing about how black people think and what they will say before they say it. The justifications they're not new. They're not new. It's some shit that's been said since the 1960s and 70s, and it's repeated over and over again. And you're like, it didn't work the first time, so why are you still saying that shit? I mean, like, touching is inappropriate touching, fondling. You know what the fuck that is. He was not sitting up there. He wasn't sitting up there wiping her forehead, or the authorities would not have gotten involved. This was far beyond. And again, touching with what? Touching with what? I mean, that would be my first question to him. At 12 years old, what part of your body were you using to touch this little girl? And what did you hope to accomplish? I mean, I was at my husband's family reunion, and they got up there and told this story. They're like, our grandmother was 14 when she got pregnant, but that's because she didn't know what sex was. I said, how the hell could this bitch be the oldest girl in a family where there were 14 younger siblings? If your mom and daddy lived in a house.
Hold on the show. Now, hey, I got a question. Nene, what stuff did Rudem have on his rap sheet?
He had theft. He had assault, aggravated assault on a family member, and he had aggravated sexual assault on a 6-year-old.
Also, question. Did he have any charges of putting his hands on women?
No, I didn't see that. Not with Harris County. I didn't look up the other county yet.
Now, what did he have? Was there a charge about him pulling a gun out on a woman?
Yeah, he pulled the gun out on his baby mama.
Wait a minute. He said he didn't do that shit.
That is. Wait, you lying? I'm lying.
It was a cell phone. It was a cell phone. He had a cell phone. Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, yeah. Now, hold on. One more question. Did he not hit? Did he not hit his baby mama with a car?
See, that's what I'm saying. It said something about an assault with a motor vehicle too. He said he ran up on the car. He said he ran up on a car, but that's not assault with a motor vehicle.
Listen, I know what assault with a motor vehicle is. That's called taking a car. That's called taking a car. Yeah, listen. Hang on. We got to turn in the show and Faith. We really good at breaking down how the law works very well. I'll see you over here. Now, hold on now. But I done seen plenty of motherfuckers in my line of work hit motherfuckers with a car. And they put that car down as what? What is a car considered? A weapon.
It's a weapon, yeah.
A weapon. You hit somebody with a goddamn fucking car, that shit gets put down as a weapon. It don't matter if you just nudge the motherfucker with it.
It's a 2,000-pound weapon.
Exactly. Come on now. That's all attorney Michelle needs to fucking hear is what? He did what with the car? Oh, yeah. What happened, Faith? He revved up the car and he backed it up into me. Thank you. We got this motherfucker. Best believe I'm gonna put this shit down. They're gonna bring that up. You hit them with a car, even if you bumped it into them. Sorry. But you got the ball to put a gun out on your baby mama. Listen, I don't want to hear no more of high moral, high ground shit spoken at all. At all. No more. No more. Y'all don't.
But you know what? Mm-hmm. It's not high moral, high ground, because I'm a fair person. Just like D. Durrell said, if something like this, a person did something like this when they were a child, D. Durrell said that in his line of work as a therapist, he's worked with people that have done stuff like this as children, and they got the counseling, they put in the work that they needed to do to get their lives back on track, and they grew up to be upstanding individuals in society, had their own families, and they never re-offended again. But what something that D. Durrell said is the people that do not seem to turn around from this are the people that don't put in the work. They don't do the therapy. They don't own up to what they did. They're constantly lying. These are the people that do not tend to turn their lives around. And that's what I told Rudemp, and that's what D. Durrell told Rudemp last night on my panel.
Now, I hear you what's saying that, right? Let me take my swig. That's fine. We can have this little come into Negro Jesus moment. But my fuck meter gauge is overfilled. Because what we not gonna do is pretend that you didn't do it. I'm not Jesus. Ain't none of us up here on no absolution.
Well, no. I'm not saying pretend he didn't do it.
Right. But the thing you're not gonna do, if Michelle can own her fuck shit, Faye can own hers, BMT can talk about his sins, motherfucker, I don't want to hear, well, it ain't been like that. No, bitch. You need to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Don't try to skew the truth. It is nothing but it is going to be the truth. You touch a child, guess what, nigga? It is what it is. You pulled a gun out on a woman, it is what it is. You took a car, you bumped
it said aggravated. It said aggravated.
But see, BMT, me and my 25-year-old daughter could get into a fist fight where I win and I have to go to jail, and bitches holding my feet to the fire. Rudemp touches a 6-year-old, and they over here. I mean that they doing everything but giving him a foot massage.
Now,
okay. Obviously, these women have a problem because one, I will sit up here and tell the whole world right here, right now, that I got grown ass kids and I will still whoop their ass. They know that. And if I catch a case over that, which I have, but that's another story. I ain't afraid. I told my whole family from the time that they were born. So that's you are mother. You are mother. And if the police had to be called because your daughter forgot her place in your house, and any of those heifers that are sitting up there going, she did wrong because my mama, bitch, your mama a hoe. If you gonna sit there and say, my mama bet not try to lay her hands on me while I'm grown, you're a disrespectful asshole. I hope your mama know it. And she laid her hands on me.
Now, somebody asked a fair question. Sugar Bum said, who are we to say a child can't get redemption? Now, we're not saying that. But I'm going to tell you this. You did what you did. It's no different in the Bible. Cain committed a sin. God said, I forgive you, nigga. But everybody's going to know what you did. Now, see, that was right there in the beginning. So you can go forget. I don't care if the motherfucker forgive you themselves. But don't try to act different when we ask you of what you did and you try to mitigate the damage. No. If you stole, you stole. If you lied, you lied. But don't try to brush it lower down. Well, I did it when I was a kid. Okay, you still raped that child. So you don't get to water it down. This is not the R. Kelly confession files. Let's try to talk. That nobody want to hear that bullshit. No, you're gonna hold that. You're gonna hold that accountability stick. If we all gotta hold our cross, nigga, you gonna hold your shit. And I'm not here to hear no Gail King backstory about what look mommy, daddy, or whatever shit did to you, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You did your shit. Listen, at some point, I knew what I was doing when I took that pack of bubble gum. I thought I could get away with it. I didn't. I got caught. I got 3 whippings. It was what it was. I don't give a shit how many women you have sex with. I don't give a damn how many men that you hang out with. I don't give a damn how much money you get. A crime is still a crime.
But think about this, Joe. When you were 12, did you want to play with girls? Period. I mean, I'm thinking about this. Here's a 12-year-old playing with a 6-year-old.
When I was young, I had my cousins. And I'm gonna say this: when I was young, I had my cousins, right? And my cousins used to stay the night. But you know, one thing that my mom and my aunties all them make sure we did: hey, when the girls are getting dressed, right? Y'all all mothers here. When the girls are getting dressed, what do you tell the boys? Stay the hell out of the girls' room. Now, naturally, the little boys going, but we all know they're older now. Even I tell it to my sons, and that's their sisters. You instruct and you teach them. Listen, this is why I told y'all, latchkey kids are fucked up. There's a lot of shit happened when the parents were out and about and leaving kids with other kids. A lot of shit happened. A lot of kids got into shit, watching Booty Butt Cheeks 12 and shit, watching HBO After Dark, smoking cigarettes, watching Boys in the Hood and shit. We got into a lot of fuck shit. A lot of kids were getting touched by other girls, other boys, doing a lot of shit. We were Lord of the Flies in the hood. But what we ain't gonna pretend is when your ass get caught, now all of a sudden you want to have some clarity moment and say we all the family. Fuck your goddamn fucked up hillbilly family. Fuck that. No. You did what you did. Grandma's dead, nigga. So we gonna get to talk about your shit. Now what's going on, Dunini?
Hey, but didn't you learn as a young child good touch and bad touch? Did you
Yes,
ever
I did.
learn that?
Yes,
Exactly.
I did.
So
Yes, I
you as a 11-year-old understand good touch and bad touch. Whether somebody is touching you or you are touching somebody else, at the end of the day, it's still a bad touch. Right or wrong?
I mean, I think you're
Yeah,
totally
that's
right.
I'm switching to my phone. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I mean,
I think
he can't say he didn't know, because the first thing out of his mouth was they were all in this house. If they were all in the house doing wrong things, they were smoking, they were drinking, they was watching porn. For one thing, you in a house full of young kids watching porn. What you think gonna happen? You knew it was wrong.
Wait a minute. He said that they was watching porn.
Yep.
Oh,
where were the
Lord.
parents at? Where were the parents at?
There was no parents, according to him. According to him, there was no parents. It was a house that was just full of kids. It was the house they go to go do all these grown up things. So he
And
said,
the 6-year-old was there? And the 6-year-old was there?
according to him, because I asked a lot of questions. Like, I was more wanting to hear what he had to say. And he said that the 6-year-old was a cousin of someone else who was there.
So basically, he tried to have sex with a 6-year-old when he was 12.
It wasn't no basically he tried to have sex with nobody. His charges says aggravated sexual assault. And I looked it up because I asked him, I said it had to be something that you did wrong. I assumed that it was something that he stuck inside the 6-year-old for it to be aggravated, because that's a heightened charge. And he was like, no. In the state of Texas, it's anybody under the age of 14 gets that aggravated part. Okay, I looked it up. The difference between sexual assault and aggravated sexual assault. It doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter with the aggravated sexual assault. The aggravated part came in because he threatened the 6-year-old's life.
Oh my God.
So I looked it up, and that's in the state of Texas. I looked that up.
And he didn't get hit with lewd and lascivious because he was. Now, if he got hit with lewd and lascivious conduct, his ass would not be.
So the 6-year-old was threatened by him. Nobody threatened him.
That's what I'm saying. It had to be for him to have the aggravated sexual assault. It wasn't just somebody saw the 6-year-old with somebody and told him to take the charge. And if that's the case, it would have been.
No, the 6-year-old was hurt. She was hurt. She was hurt beyond just mere penetration. He probably tried to choke her.
And he threatened her. I mean, that's part of that charge, that aggravated charge. He threatened that 6-year-old. So you can't just say I'm taking the blame for somebody, but yet I threatened this 6-year-old.
No.
You did that.
I want you to understand the anatomy of a 6-year-old. How small that 6-year-old is.
Mm-hmm.
That oftentimes when girls under the age of 9 are penetrated, and a 12-year-old boy is going to be about 5 at least. So he has the ability to basically, I'm just trying to get you guys to understand this. A 6-year-old is a virgin. Let's just be honest about this shit. A 6-year-old is a virgin. And he is forcing his penis inside of her. Of course she's screaming and crying. It hurts. So all you women out there that want to defend this man, I want you to go back to your first time and think about how it hurt you. I don't care if you were 14, 15, if you were 25, it still hurt your first time. This is a 6-year-old baby. She's about 3 feet tall. He's got 2 feet on her. And he is sitting up there forcing her legs apart, putting his body is twice as big as her. He's heavy.
Do we have to go into that kind of detail? Because I
want to go into that detail because this like you say, we're sugarcoating it. We are sugarcoating a grown man coming up here saying, I did it to a 6-year-old but I was 12. I want you to understand what he did to a 6-year-old.
No. I get. And here's the thing about it. I get it. I know it sounds bad, Danini. I know it sounds bad, Faith. But see, the same way how people try to make it sound light and easy. Well, it's just child on child. But we can say that because that's not us. But imagine that's your child. That imagine of rage and anger that you have to try to now navigate your child through that abuse for the rest of their life. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we can try. I get it. It's uncomfortable, and it's supposed to feel uncomfortable. Just the way he gets on a panel and try to make it seem like it wasn't that bad, fuck you, nigga. Because that's why I turned in the show doing what she's doing. Because we trying to make it seem easy. Because we don't want to feel uncomfortable. Versus those are people who have to live with the trauma every day. Probably just, it might happen to them when they're 6-year-old, but now they got to live with that shit every other fucking day. So I get it. Y'all get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I understand. It is uncomfortable to hear, but I get what you're saying. It's just it's hard to take in just the visual.
But we don't want to hear. We don't. You don't. You as a mother, you gotta understand. You two have maternal instincts still in y'all. That y'all don't want to hear no child, no matter what race or age, getting harmed. So I know it's uncomfortable for us as people. We should not be comfortable with that. But we're dealing with a motherfucker who has no problem getting on panels talking sexual to women. Has no problem talking greasy, talking about how he want to do all kind of horrible things of chopping off somebody's breast, pulling up on people's doorstep, all this other shit. So now all of a sudden, we're supposed to be at your comfort to make other people feel comfortable for what you know. We rocking out tonight.
Well, you know what? Here's my question. Where is the maternal instinct of those women protecting him? These Bomb Cherry got a grandson. She got kids. She's a mother. All of these women, China White's a mother.
because they didn't go through what the description that I did. If you're going to judge somebody, we talk about the jury system in the United States. This is what the jury would hear. This is why he got convicted, because that's what you explained it to the jury. You make them visualize what he did. You make the jury believe what the victim was going through.
Right.
So all these women are like, oh, he was just no, bitch, remember your first time. He did it with a 6-year-old. That was to have been the most traumatic thing.
But
I can imagine. I can just imagine.
Faye, you bring up Bomb Cherry. I don't know if you heard or was around when she told a story about her son and one of her neighbors.
I was.
All right.
I didn't hear it.
So
I didn't hear it.
You think if one of her neighbors molested her son, that she would understand about the 6-year-old?
No. She didn't even try to pursue any charges against the woman, because I remember bringing her to task about that.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm sitting here thinking that even if she didn't bring charges, that should have triggered something in her. Just hearing that.
I would have whooped the bitch ass personally. And I would have went to jail.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm right there with you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when people are saying that they're trying to empathetically try to understand you, that's like somebody trying to say, let me try to understand Hannibal Lecter by sitting down with him and lay down and oh, I cut my hand. Hannibal, can you back my hand? Like, motherfucker, like, y'all are crazy. Like, this is why you see this sexual deviancy of demonic motherfuckers saying, we all family, it's okay, let's keep it in mama's house, let's give it to Jesus. Fuck y'all and y'all God. This is crazy. Y'all trying to understand evil. The motherfucker has a rap sheet of doing harm in society. And people are trying to run the goddamn best fucking defense of goddamn the goddamn Steelers, Iron Curtain, for this motherfucker. Now, this man had 20 fucking years. That's 20 fucking goddamn years. Fuck you two. To go get this shit handled. God damn it. That's enough time for how many goddamn presidents done come by that time? You telling me that one time, all the time you been getting your taxes, buying a car, putting on suits, going out on travel trips, you not one time thought to go down to that county to go fix that shit. Now one time? Come on now. And it ain't no secret that a lot of motherfuckers in the black community know that somebody's a sexual deviant or predator, and they will still fuck with them. So now, it's I don't want to hear shit. I'm glad the
Y'all
show
know
made
about Kirk Franklin, right? Can I sing a song?
Yep.
Y'all know about Kirk Franklin, right? I mean, it's so commonly accepted in our community. Kirk Franklin got his start at a church where the pastor got stuck with his lover, and they had to call 911. Did Granny stop sending him to church?
Nope.
No.
What about what's that other minister? Pastor Eddie Long.
Eddie Long. Yep.
And that motherfucker was giving. I swear, dude. Like, yo, bro. It's sometimes, and I know this sounds fucked up, but if you want to be a sexual deviant, you just got to go to the black community, bro. Nobody's gonna judge you in this motherfucker, bro. I shit you not. We might make a goddamn R&B song with you.
I swear my cousin had to shut down his website. I told his mama on him, but also told one of the young men's attorneys that although you could not see the faces of the subscribers to the hookup, there was credit card information that could be subpoenaed if they needed any proof.
Now here's the thing about it. And this is where I got upset. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all why I got upset. And this is fair. Y'all were right to be upset. The same way as all you Negroes got mad at me about that white boy making them pedophile jokes. But now y'all want to have a goddamn kumbaya with the bitch that has a whole fucking goddamn record with a 6-year-old? Y'all got me fucked up. Like, what the
You know
fuck?
what? I ain't even mad at you, BMT. I ain't even mad at
I
you.
mean, come on, Faith. Like, Faith, you my dog. Nene, I rock with you. Michelle. Listen, y'all want to get mad at me about the white boy? Keep that energy. But this motherfucking satanic demon has a whole fucking rap sheet doing fuck shit in the goddamn community. And is hailed as a goddamn messiah. Y'all trying to figure out and still say allegedly for this bitch. I talked to a white man. Oh my God, we burning. God damn it. Okay, burn me, bitch. Burn me at the cross. But make sure you put this piece of shit on the altar too. If I gotta go burn this bitch too. This motherfucker has a whole rap sheet. The white man knew what the fuck he was doing. This ain't no goddamn racial injustice. This nigga was doing shit to black people. I swear, if you want to do fuck shit to black people will still take your ass. Oh, it's okay. Oh, my lost stars. Even though he did that to goddamn Nene and goddamn Tuquana, it's okay. We forgive him with the blood of Jesus. That's all you gotta do. Do some fuck shit and do a goddamn Christian movie. Y'all niggas take a nigga back. We all family. Y'all, boy, I swear, boy, y'all better be glad I gotta go to work, nigga. I swear, boy, I will be fire and brimstone. Y'all, wait till I get my fucking Dr. A in this bitch. I swear to y'all, boy, I'm coming hard. I'm bringing fire and damnation. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna burn down all the narratives.
What happened to the attorney?
Huh?
Is the attorney gone?
No, she'll be right back. She falls off sometimes. Like I said, she's not. Attorney Michelle is not from YouTube. That's my homie. Like she actually does cases and family, doggone corporate and everything. Like to some people that are hearing this on the outside, Faith, they're trying to figure out like what, like the windmill shit. She didn't know what the shit is. To other people, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't.
Oh, okay. She's not on YouTube like that.
No,
Okay.
she's not. So she's just giving the law for what it is that it is. There's no skin in the game for her. I brought on, y'all heard the school teacher that I brought, that I had on the phone. People in education system, they don't call the police, they call CPS. They get CPS involved. That's why when I was telling everybody, when they say, oh yeah, I'm not on the sex offender list, of course you're not, dummy. They would have got child services involved.
But
They
see,
leave it up to them.
BMT, that's why I feel you on the whole selective outrage. Because I did my stream last night and I was talking about black women's response to Rude's rap sheet and how they rally around this motherfucker instead of taking him to task. But when I was going through my thing with my daughter, and then I later found out that, you know, she had some mental issues, they didn't rally around me. There was no sympathy.
Nah, nigga, you too accountable. You too accountable. You're too accountable. They don't like people. They like bringing up your sins, but God forbid you find out some shit about them. Oh my God, shit. Only God can judge me. Fuck that. I'm gonna judge you, nigga. I'm definitely gonna judge you. I'm a huge
No, you
opponent.
know what? And this is what's gonna make me keep my foot on these bitches' neck. See, China White over there at Rules panel, she loud and cussing and carrying on. She can have a fucking coronary and die for all I fucking care. I'm still calling their ass out.
I'm just saying, Faith, like, do any of y'all understand exactly what I'm getting at about this shit? Do y'all get me with this? I can ask every motherfucker in this club about the shit that y'all talking about right now. And you know, everybody said, where's this motherfucker at right now so we can fuck them up? But I don't know, something about this space, it's like a goddamn R. Kelly haven. Motherfuckers could come in and say the most egregious shit, and people will still say, well, maybe it was accident you fell inside between their legs. Or maybe it was accident you was in that room. I'm like, what? What are we doing? Y'all be wondering why these women are fucked up. Y'all wonder why a lot of these boys are sexual deviants. You got to get this shit while they're young. if you saw a child doing some fuck shit, that is our job as adults to stop that shit right then. Don't try to cover this shit up. Say they don't know what they doing. That's why we see these nasty videos with these kids touching goddamn other children or twerking or hunching each other, and nobody want to say shit. No. I'm saying shit. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
But look at who canceling you though. I mean, I'm sitting up here, I'm looking at China White talking about something, she don't fuck with me. I'm like, really? And am I supposed to be sad about that? What the fuck should I be sad about you not fucking with me?
Said
These bitches, they think too much of themselves, I promise.
let them stop. Hey, it's time for us to start the separation, bro. I'm sorry. We got.
And that's what I've been saying, BMT. When I came out with my better class of women, everybody was like, "Oh, Faith, they ain't no better. You what you talking about a separation?" I said, "No, you're gonna have to separate yourself from the fuck ass bitches." I said, there is a better. I'm better than a motherfucker that's standing out there on the fucking corner selling her ass. I'm better than a motherfucker that's gonna stand there and goddamn windmill for a pedophile. Yeah, there is a better. I've been said that shit.
It's just one of those things, man. Like I'm telling you. Like here's the thing about it, and I'm gonna ask you, black women, a straightforward question. How can you ask black men to be accountable and start standing up for black women, but then you have black women that are standing up for men that do this type of shit? Please help me understand it. Help the black men in the chat understand. You tell us to rock with y'all, but then y'all rock with that or the criminal element. Please let me make that sense. What level of rat poison? How many rat poison pills do I have to eat to get this shit? Please let me know. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I don't want to hear no. I don't want to
Who
hear.
you guys? Denise went to sleep or something.
Okay, no BMT. They are very silent on the weirdo uncle problem, just like in the camp. Yup. Yep.
I'm listening. I done talk about this shit all day. I done talk to
Listen, I'm in the stream.
Sorry.
I'm in the stream. I thank you, Denini. I want to thank you, Faith. I want to thank all of y'all. Like I said, I just saying that. Hey, I don't want to hear no more about. Don't tell me, black men, you need to do better. And I'm gonna say, go get Rudent first before you come to me. Go get fucking Rudent. Go get Rudent. I want y'all to see y'all take y'all son down. Get rid of y'all son first. Get rid of y'all son first. Then I'll come by. When y'all kill y'all, put y'all son away. Y'all can't. I mean, then again, this is YouTube. I understand. Motherfuckers they're gonna still be women over there fucking with them, getting hard ons. Community, yep, you right about that SKC community dysfunction BMT. It looks gross up close, but when you say hey bro, I guess I'm gonna be the bad guy. I get y'all want BMT fucking out this space. And maybe it is I need to fucking go, bro. But I'm tired of this crazy shit. They be on that wild shit. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna thank y'all.
Well, hey, I want them to run me off the space. Motherfuckers asking me to meet them in Miami and all this other type of shit. You know, BMT, my motherfucking ass will make quick work of every last one of them bitches.
I don't know why you worried about China White, girl. China White ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing.
I know she ain't. She ain't gonna do on the motherfucking thing.
You can't see her in the daytime because she ain't out. You gotta catch her in the middle of the night on that whole stroll.
Track runner.
Exactly, man. Fuck that hoe. Like, for real. Cause China White, last night I made her say she was uncomfortable with that shit. But then she go right back to his channel today and defend his ass. Man, fuck that bitch.
Man, her and Rude are thick as thieves. I really sat up there. I really set my watch to it. I said, when I was on Reg the Bad Guy channel watching that shit, I said, China White is going to appear in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Reg, did somebody say my name? And she always do that shit.
You sure can. And I told her that last night. I said, all I got to do is say bitch and hoe, with her name on my channel, and here she come. She click on the link and come on the panel, and I play with her the whole time because the shit is so fucking funny. You talk about I'm subscribed to you, I listen to you, I think you're funny. No, bitch, you being nosy as fuck, trying to see what we saying about him, and that's what triggered him to come to your channel and confess that shit. He had to get out in front of what I was reading. He didn't know how much I had and how deep it went. So he had to do something to say, look, this is me, but I was just taking a rap for somebody. Man, go sit your dumb ass down somewhere. You ain't taking no rap for nobody. You touched that baby, you know you did. Cause you
exactly. You would have been clear that shit up, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But he showed that behavior. He's been showing that behavior on YouTube since he got here. That same behavior he's done to that 6-year-old, he's shown it present day. So don't tell me that's not you.
Nah, that nigga did that shit. He know he did that shit.
I'm just saying, bro. Look at the pattern in his life, bro. Like, look at the pattern. Like, there's no way all of a sudden you have one mistake in life, right? But yet you keep getting in more and more situations with other women. That's not by. That's not by. No, nigga, after a while, bro. Come on now.
And you know what? You know what? There's a certain female YouTuber. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was his first lady, and she was running around here. And I was wondering why she was running around here acting all crazy, saying all the crazy stuff she was saying. And she had sent me a long email about him. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about y'all personal, life and shit. But now I understand why she was saying the shit she was saying. She wasn't crazy. So I just want to go on record as saying, hey, baby girl sister, you've been vindicated.
I'm gonna say this, Elise, the space owes you an apology. When you found out about this goddamn fuck nigga predator and motherfuckers still were dragging you and shit, because you found out and when you got too close, you found out his Achilles heel about what he was doing to a child and other women. And guess what? They were quick to put you on a cross. Now, nigga, we all know. And you know what? The space owes you apology at least. I'm gonna say that on my panel. I got no problem with you, but I really believe motherfuckers owe you an apology there.
Yes.
They do owe you an apology because you found out something and they did that shit, man.
Yeah, and I'm included.
It is what it is, but you know what I'm saying? We make mistakes now. We just gotta talk. We just gotta call it for what it is. You know
right.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say the name because I don't know if she wanted her stuff out there.
It's okay. No, I'll take that. I'll take that heat. If anybody come, just bring it to BMT. It's okay. I don't mind being the bad guy, but I'm going to just be. I'm just good. I'll probably be the bad guy for this. And you know what? I'm just gonna say, hey, now we know. Now we know your YouTube record has been expunged, Elise. That we now know about the motherfucker. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all guys later. I gotta go. I must love y'all. Who them? If you got a problem, nigga, go get your record fixed first, nigga. Fuck this YouTube shit. Go get your record fixed. Peace, y'all.